Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Um, Today we are going to talk about crimson sweet watermelon and how to harvest them and how to know when to harvest them, because of course you can't see the inside of the watermelon to know if it's ripe or not, and the outside can be very deceiving because it'll look like the one in the store but the inside will still be white, and you don't want a white watermelon. I mean, unless that's the variety. I don't even know of any white variety watermelons, but if that's your go, then hey. If you like it like that, then hey. I mean, and also if you do pick it early, there are options you can still do, such as pickling the rind, making a watermelon juice out of it versus eating it, because from what I know, if you eat white unripe watermelon, it could cause you to be sick. So basically, these watermelons that I'm going to show you I put them in at the right time, but for some reason the growth was stunted on them for the longest, and then I ended up going to the store, I want to say in August, purchasing this fertilizer for them, which was a 10-10-10. And once I put this on top and just let it water in throughout, it really took off. And then in September is when they started flowering. And of course, when they first start to flower, it's going to push off male flowers. So, and which means there won't be any fruit behind the don't stop, Money, leave her alone. Okay, sorry. My puppy be messing with one of my other dogs, and it's like, leave her alone. Okay. So, anyways, it'll push off male flowers, which is the flowers that do not have like a little bitty fruit behind it. The ones with the little bitty fruit behind it are the ones you want pollinated, and are the ones are female flowers. So once they are pollinated, they grow. So they go from like this size to like this size in 3 days, and then they get bigger and bigger over the time of ripening. Usually when they're going to stop growing is when they'll take like 2 weeks after, and you'll start noticing signs of the ripening. So what we're going to do is go out here to my garden, and I'm going to show you guys tips on how to know when your watermelon is ripe. It is not always correct, but they worked for me previously. So we're gonna go off of what worked for me previously, and what has worked for others as well. It's just not for me, it's worked for others. Crimson sweet are supposed to be 80 days to harvest, and here in my zone we plant from April to June. You can plant these. I had them out in April, but here in Oklahoma we had weird weather. Of course, I've told you this over and over in different videos that I've done, that our weather was crazy and off this year, so everything is just weird. I had a slow start but a great finish, and I'm even happier that I have watermelon, and I'm hoping to get them off of the vine before our first cold frost, which typically is October 31st. So hopefully within the next few days these are be fully ripe. But as of right now, I'll go out and show you what is showing me that they are ripening up and done. They have been the same size for about 3 weeks now. Yeah, about 3 weeks. They have not got any bigger, so I know that it's coming close to time. So meet me in my garden and we'll go over these ripening signs. Okay, so I have 2 watermelon out here, and this is the second one that was pollinated and started growing, and I'm going to go over the ripening signs, because this one actually is ripening quicker than the first one, but to me it's because of the size. The first one is a little bit larger than this one, so I think it goes really off of the size. If it's larger, it's going to take longer. The smaller, the quicker they are to harvest. So the first sign of ripening is you want to look for this tendril, and you want it to be brown all the way to the end. So you have the umbilical cord here, and then you want to look at the first tendril off of the umbilical cord, and that is this one, and it is brown all the way to the vine. Then you want to start looking at the umbilical cord. Once this is all the way brown, you look at the umbilical cord, and you want to start looking for browning in it. Once it starts turning brown, then you want to make sure that your watermelon has indentions. So like this lumps out, and then it's smooth, then it lumps over. That's another sign. And then typically, like sugar babies and wherever they sit, the bottom will have a yellow-brown, a yellowish belly on. Choke ass. Excuse me. It'll have a yellow bottom on sugar babies. These have typically just been white so far. And this one is sitting in soil. My other one is not. So I am going to let this sit on here until this gets a little bit more brown. And once the umbilical cord is more brown, I will show you guys that. And that'll be when I harvest it. And let me show you the other one and the difference in looking. Okay? Be careful, Tuda. You licking? Say hi. Okay. So this is the first one that was pollinated. And as you can see, it is a little bit bigger than the other one. And here is the umbilical and the first tendril off of it, which is not all the way dry. So that's how we know that it's probably not going to survive with my son running it over. But anyway, that's how we know this one is not ripening as fast as the other one. It does have the indentions on it, so it is on its way. The umbilical cord has a little browning on it, but not a lot right there. So we'll just keep waiting. For this one, we'll wait till this tendril is all the way brown. And as you can see, the umbilical cord is turning brown as well. The bottom is a little paler, but this one I keep in a plastic tub because I didn't want nothing to get to it. So tell them what to do. Okay. Okay, so next week, whenever I harvest the watermelon, I will show you guys a video of that. In 5 days before I'm going to harvest, I won't water the plants so they can sweeten up as much as they can, and dangerous, so they can sweeten up as much as they can, and we can have the best watermelon we can. So stay tuned. See you next week, and we will be harvesting watermelon and praying that everything I showed you is correct and they are red on the inside. So keep our fingers crossed. Alright guys, so there's going to be a change of plans probably. It is so windy outside here in Oklahoma today. And so anyways, we're going to probably do a change of plans because as I'm outside harvesting my little beans, by the way, this is Blue Lake variety, I checked on my watermelon and it got markings all on it, like something is trying to get in it. So at this point, before something gets it and takes it before I can get it, I think I want to harvest it. So literally we're 2 days later and it's October 28th, not a week later. So and anyways, next week it's supposed to be like down in the 30s at night, and then like the high is going to be like 40. It rained that Tuesday night on the 26th. It rained. So yesterday it was dry, then the 28th is today. So, and now there's markings. So we're gonna go over here to the garden and I'm gonna show you all the markings that's on it, like something is trying to eat it before I'm gonna eat it. It's tripping. No. So hopefully when we harvest this, it's gonna be red on the inside. So You guys, pray, keep your fingers crossed, keep watching. Let's see what happens. Okay, so here we are at the watermelon, and as you can see, the tendril is not all the way brown. So I know it's not ready, but I'm gonna show you. Right here, something has gotten in it. Right here, just all around, it's been trying to get it. So I am taking it off. Here, oh, it's so sad, you guys. So let's just pray that it's red. Cry with me. Whew. This one is still safe. I checked on it, there's nothing. So we'll continue to watch this and wait a week for this one at least. So, and you see a little brown coming in. So yeah, but nothing is eating it. So thank goodness for this one. Okay guys, so we're inside and we have the watermelon that has been ate up pretty much. Well, it hasn't been ate up, but like I was trying to show you guys the markings that whatever was trying to eat it dug into. So yeah, and my daughter, she's going to cut it open. Now, do you think it is ripe or not ripe?
Not right.
I'm with her, but like I said, you guys, we had the brown tendril, but it wasn't all the way completely brown, and the umbilical cord had some browning on it, and it has the indentions on the rind. So cross our fingers, cut it open.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, babe, let me help you. Okay, so we're back. Sorry, she was having a hard time, but here is the inside, and it was not fully ripe. So that's okay.
Wait, can I try it on camera?
She's gonna still wants to try it, so go ahead. It smells good. Okay.
That tastes good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Very juicy. Well, I guess it ain't too bad. It's still edible. You could have set longer like I wanted, but hey. Alright guys, that's watermelon number 1. We'll still be waiting for watermelon number 2. Alright guys, so today is November 2nd. We are exactly 1 week from the first time I showed you the 2 watermelons, and then we are 5 days after the last time I showed you the one that we already harvested that was not what was not right, because the crimson sweet inside is more red than pink. So yes, so today is the day, and we will be harvesting the second watermelon, and I really honestly don't have any other choice but to harvest the watermelon due to cold weather have came. No freezing temps, but the night times are getting like 40 degrees, 41 degrees, and then, can I have those? Thank you. And then we have, like today it's 42 right now, and the high for today will be 48. So I think it's just best. You want to go out? I think it's just best that we move money. I think it's just best that we go ahead and take it off, and I'll show you guys what is on there, like as far as the ripening signs. Although I think this one actually might be red, but you heard might, because the umbilical cord, like I said, needs to be having brown in it, and this umbilical cord just has a little bit of brown in it, and less than what I would hope for or want to see before I harvest a watermelon. But these set in late, so it is what it is. We're going to get what we can get and keep pushing it and learning. Every time we do a garden, we learn. So, yeah. Next year, if I see stunt in my growth of my plants, I know to fertilize. But I'm just not a big fertilizer, so, or change out my soil, but you all know that's really expensive. But better amending it. This past year, I didn't really amend my soil that well because I wasn't able to get out to where I like to get my compost this year. But yeah, so let's get on over here to the garden and harvest this watermelon and look at the ripening signs again. All right. Okay, so here we are, and once again we have the tendril, who is brown all the way to the vine. Here we have the umbilical cord, and as you can see, the little browning on it, just a little bit. There, you're on camera. All of y'all, what do you want? Gosh, there's something else. Anywho, let's check the bottom. It's white. We have the flower part that is all the way dry. We have the indentions all around. So let's hope. And I might cut this one right away because all I do is go in and cut it off. And that's that. Alright guys, so we are inside now. This watermelon is pretty cold because like I said, it's been cold outside. So I hope it's ripe because I'm ready to eat some, and I'm sure the baby is too. Okay, so here we go. Guys, but like I said, the umbilical cord was not all the way brown. So as you guys can see, the first watermelon we cut had more browning on the umbilical cord, and it was more pink. This one had none on the umbilical cord, and it is just now ripening. So I recommend when you see the ripening signs and everything is fully, like everything I've said is fully done, like the umbilical cord is all the way brown, what is it called? The tendril is completely dry, you have the indentions and everything, wait 2 weeks after, not 1 week. 2 weeks, you will have red crimson sweet. I'm very impatient. I don't have the time to wait because of the weather, but hey, we were worth trying it. So here's the baby. It smells good. I'm just sad, but we just don't have the time to wait. It's too cold, and we have to do what we have to do. So thanks for watching. I know that it makes seem like what I said is not true, because nothing that every time I've opened mine, they haven't been right. But I'm telling you guys, it's true. Just wait 2 weeks after all of those signs I've said, and it'll be ready. And also, I wouldn't save these seeds because they're white. You need the darker seeds in order for them to, I mean, if you want to, you need the darker seeds if you want a good watermelon and good plants. He is tearing this up, and I do not recommend eating unripe watermelon. But what you can do is save the rind and pickle it if that's something that you're into. I'm not, So yeah, this is my fermented aloe water that's been sitting here. So I'm sure it's nice and ready. But anywho, guys, thanks for watching. Come back and see me. You know, I'm very disappointed. He done got a spoon and everything, y'all. He want to eat this watermelon. And one thing is, he don't even really like watermelon. So, hey, must be really good. Oh, and I should have showed you guys when I was cutting it that I knew it wasn't ready because this had bubbled over with some water, which tells me it was still taking in water. I just don't have the time, though. So, we had to go ahead and take it off. And then the other one, something was trying to eat it, so I felt the need to take it off then, too. But, I should have just covered it up, or the thing that it was sitting in and turned it over, you know, just protected it. But I was impatient. I was ready to have these watermelon. But you guys, do not be impatient. Do what you're supposed to do and wait 2 weeks after all of the ripening signs are there. Alright, thanks for watching. Come back and see me. Me and the boo-boo is out.